Hi guys, my name is A-TRON from DAMPF, and I am very honored to be here on Rockum Radio. Please stay tuned because this is one of the best channels in the world, actually, especially with Gino.
Perfect.
All right. Nice to meet you, Gino.
Nice to meet you, Martin. Well,
where are you located?
Well, I'm here in Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, Canada. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Gino Alache. I have a radio show in CFRC 101.9 FM in Kingston, in Ontario, and the RockUmWeb.com for 22 years.
All right. Great. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, Martin. First of all, congratulations for your album.
Thank you so much.
Pretty nice. I really love it.
I love that you love it. You know, we are very excited, all of us.
Yeah.
First of all, that we just managed to make that. We find a new record company, and then we, could just get back on track and start, continue to write songs for it, and then it just turned out wonderful. I'm very happy. I'm just more happy to hear that you like it.
Thank you. How is everything with the new record company?
I think it's good. It's really good. They are really engaged. We love the old guys. We had it was another company, smaller Finnish record company for the first album, but there was no drama at all. They realized that we had this meeting, what we wanted to do. We want to not just stay a small band. We would like to see the world with this music. And they told us that they didn't have the energy. They couldn't bring up the force that was needed to do that. So they suggested that we should try to move on to a bigger company. And we did with Silver Lining. And these guys are wonderful. They're really nice person.
I see that they are working very, very well.
Yeah. And they've been around for many years, and they have some of my old, house gods, Biff Byford from Saxon and Motörhead, what's left of Motörhead, but still, some Swedish bands, Europe and so on. So it's a nice old school record company. I like it.
Yes. Martin, first,
yes.
What's the meaning of DAMPF?
Of the word, of the name?
Yes, the name.
It's a weird name. It's a weird name, and now it's too late to change it.
I'm trying to look in the answer.
Yeah.
And, nobody knows. Honestly, I tried tonight. No. I can't find the answer. What's the meaning of that? If you can.
I tried to make a long story very short. It's like 4 years ago, I decided that I'm actually going to do this project. I had it in my mind for many, many years since I played drums with a Swedish thrash metal band called Maninja Blade. And then I had this idea because I wanted to keep the power of that kind of black metal and death metal, but I want to add some more melodies, and maybe some synthesizers, and that for many years it's been such a weird combination, so people didn't understand. But I think the time is right now. Now you can do this without, it doesn't, it's hopefully we sound a bit different. But then I needed a name for this band. All right, I'm going to keep this shorter. And I needed a band name, and I don't want to have anything religious or political or salute to Satan or death or anything. I want to have a band named after the elements of the nature, the forces, the big great forces of nature. Like the wind and the water, and you have everything. And then I came up with the only name that wasn't taken was Steam, and Steam it sounded a bit. No, it doesn't sound very powerful. And at the time, I had a farm, and I had an animal keeper, and he was a German guy, and he was helping me to take care of the animals. and he was also a German student. So he learned me some German, and I learned him some Swedish. And then I said, I'm thinking about steam. And then they said, steam. DAMPF. He said, DAMPF. And I said, what? What's that? That's steam. Water steam in German is DAMPF.
DAMPF.
And I was like, all right, why not? You know, so I don't know. It's a homage maybe to Rammstein or whatever. Wow. But now we're stuck. Now we're stuck with it. Now it's too late to change.
Wow, sounds unique, honestly. That's perfect. That's perfect. Unique.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. I got some criticism for it. A lot, actually.
Well, how the idea for the album No Angels Alive come about, and what themes did you want to explore?
First of all, the themes I wanted to explore was to show, because at the time we started making No Angels Alive, the second album of DAMPF, then suddenly I realized that these 8 people we are in the group, they are solid members. They all are solid members. And so the first theme was to see what sound can we bring and how much would it change from the first album? Because then we have a lot of, hired guns, wonderful person, Johan Hägg from Amon Amarth, and we have Tommy Johansson from Sabaton. And these guys, they all put their effort into it, but now we are a group. Now we should sound like a group. The groups when I grow up, you can hear that it was Motorhead or whatever, you can hear that. And so that was the first thing. The second was that I think I was a bit more confident writing songs for this new record, because I knew we had a record company and I knew that we had some fans that wanted more music. We didn't know that for the first album. We just did what we could and do the best we can. And so I think at least for me, writing songs, I can go further away and do weirder stuff. And that's why you have the songs Ghost and Heart of Darkness, and these songs, they wouldn't have happened on the first one because I didn't have the confidence to do it. But and I think the theme was to bring this story. There is a weird story, which go through all the songs. Actually, it's gonna end with the last song on album 3, and then if we're still there, still alive, kicking, then you have the full story. Oh. It is a drama. It's through all, and that makes it fun. And then you put in these small stories from besides, things I read, and then I have this wonderful producer, Jonah T. He's also in a very good group called Heat.
Yes.
And he's the producer, and we have a lot in common. We have a lot of fun, He's some years younger than me, but we have a lot of fun when we record, because we discuss this weird phenomena, like it was one song on the first album called Hoyemi, and it's about this weird woman, poison killer from Holland, I think. And I read a book about it, and then we said we should write a song about her. She's incredible, that woman. It's like, yeah, let's do it. And then the day after, the song was done. So it's very, very good company to write songs and to live with these guys. Yeah.
Talking about Jonah T, what aspects of his production style helped shape the final sound?
I think I make the demos here in my little studio, but I'm not very much of a guitar player. I have some to play some, to just go, then I can do it. But as soon as it comes to this, then it's, I'm fucked, smoked. Yeah. But I make the demos and I send them to him, and he just 3 hours later, he just send them back, and he's been playing weird drums on, on his computer, but he plays bass very good and guitar very good, so you can very fast hear what the song is going to sound like. And sometimes he put on, it's very fast to work with him. He's very, I don't know the English word for it, but he's very picky. He's like, he's changed very small details, and he's such a good musician. He can hear that it has to keep the rhythm, to keep the swing and everything. Even though it's hard metal, you must feel the rhythm, Okay. It's a good musician. And sometimes he goes in and say, I changed this chord to this one. And I'm like, usually I say, wow, that's great. And sometimes I say, no, you missed. It must be bad. It must sound like that, So we have a really, really nice. I just sent him a demo now, actually, for album 3, which is I'm already started to work with it. This is the energy I get.
Wow. Yeah. The album blends hard rock, thrash, power metal, and electronic elements. How did you decide which styles to include and balance them?
Usually I have it already on the demo, but since I don't play guitar so much, I asked Jonah to add as much guitars as he wants. I play the riff, and some of the songs like Might As Well Have Died, then I also send the solo, because I don't want I want the solo to be a melody, that certain melody. So that solo I play on the synthesizer, how I wanted the solo to be. And then Lou, our guitarist, is such a great, he can hear it just by the phone, when I hang up, and then 5 minutes later I had the first solo, and it sounded almost like identical to the one on the record. But I think it's usually Jonah, he keeps some of the some of the keyboard tracks that I send him, and if you can't keep them all and play guitar, so sometimes then you have to take some off and play guitar, or then the guitar is off and then you take some of my stuff in. I think it's just when you cook food, you taste and you think, and it sounds too much, or it's too less, and then suddenly the song is done. It's creation, wonderful creation.
Little by little, no, too much, too less.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, too much salt, maybe some more wine. Exactly. Too much wine, maybe some more parsley, It's fun.
Wow. How did the lyrics for the album come about? Was there a specific inspiration or theme guiding the writing?
I made music in another genre, more pop dance thing, for so many years. And in that genre, you can't write everything you want. You need to be in a certain box, dance music. It has to, and with DAMPF, we can write everything. There is no limit. And that makes it very fun. One of the last songs we recorded were Masquerade. And I just finished reading a book about Johan Jakob, whatever his name was. And the killer, is a king killer, king slayer in Sweden, who lived 1790 something. Yeah, so he just decided, and he was very influenced by his friends, his bigger, cooler friends. They were high up in society, they were generals, and they were in politics and everything. And he wanted to be part of this group so much. So they made him do this. They gave him the pistols and everything, and go kill the king and you can hang with us. It's such an idiotic thing. And when he pulled that trigger, it was too late. And then he realized that he wanted some change, but he wanted most of all to be friends with these guys more than to kill the king. And it's a true story. And so that's what Masquerade is all about. But that's just one song. I think we write about, what I mean is you can write about anything. And I think I have something in my stomach that says, this is a good DAMPF lyric. And sometimes we made a song which didn't reach this album. It's called Summer Rain. And somehow this song is not DAMPF lyrics. So we didn't put the song on. We need to change the lyrics. Maybe we take that song to the next album, but the lyrics is not DAMPF. So it didn't make it,
Put the other one.
Yeah. But it's, I think, nice books, weird stories, and these ghost stories and weird, dark things about the nature. And because nature is scary enough, you don't have to come up with, start to wave your Bible and Satan and stuff. Let other people do that. I think the dark nature, weird, naughty, weird oak in the dark forest is scary enough.
Yes. Wow. Thanks for the explanation. I like it.
Yeah, sorry, maybe I'm too long, but I think it's.
No. I love your answer.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I talk to you, Gino.
thank you, Martin. I'm learning with you. What does
There's a nice room you're sitting in.
Oh, thank you. That's my studio.
Yeah, I see that. You're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, of course. The old Wars. I just put it a point.
Yep.
I love the old Star Wars. What does the title "No Angels Alive" mean, and how that it reflects the album concept?
It's a sentence and a feeling that goes through hopefully all the songs of the album. It's all about it's a little bit serious, actually, more than the ghost stories, because we are living in this weird time. You think that all the big wars are over and people are smarter. There's 2024. It should be, wars. This should be over, we should. We're in the future now. And we're not. Everything is normal, and it's like it's 100 years ago. We take that country and we shoot these people, and like, what? You don't do that. It's modern time now. So we're thinking and we're discussing this, and then we're thinking about the angels that have hold their wings over the people, the mankind of this planet. They are getting older, they are getting bored. We don't listen. We keep killing each other, and they're trying to save as much of us as we can, from accident and everything. But they have given up hope. So soon, there are still angels in my religion. There are still angels out there, but that they are getting fewer and fewer. And in foreseen a future, in 100 years, there will be no angels alive. They will be gone. I'm not sure they are dead, actually. Maybe they just move on to some other planet, which they hope they can, help, because they can't help us. We are too stupid on Earth. We make wars and we kill each other, and we come up with weird inventions that, and we pollute the seas, and we just keep on crashing this Mother Earth, and so the angels they are fed up with us, and in 100 years they are all gone. That's what it's all about.
Nice.
If we don't change, maybe we can bring them back.
Yes, maybe one day. It's gonna take time, but I have hope.
Yes, me too.
Can you tell us about the music video for No Angels Alive? How does it visually relate to the music and album concept?
I think all the songs, when I write the songs and do the refrains, the chorus and everything, then I always see pictures. And these pictures, if I was a billionaire, then I could do that. I can bring this, these great guys from Hollywood in and say, this is my dream. This is what I see, and then again, okay, we can do that. Here again, here you have $10 million. Do that. Do my dream. But we don't. We have a small amount of money. And I went to film school many years ago. So I write scripts, and I go around very much, actually, and try to see different locations. And I say, that's a great forest. That forest could be for they might as well, this little green lake. It was perfect. It wasn't exactly my dream, but my $10 million dream, but it was my $100 dream, And then I asked the place if can we please, record a video here? And he said, yeah, be careful about the sea. But he wasn't very happy when I was going around in it, and I was a bit excited, But and then I listened to the song, and I watched what we filmed, and I just have the feeling that this is good. This match, this is an extension of the song. The song is, if the song is like this, with the video, it looks like that. It is extension of the song to have some pictures.
Wow, let me. The video clip is amazing. The castle, and everything. You did a very good job. One of the best in this year, in my opinion.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I put a lot of energy into the videos because I like them. It's fun to do them, and it's fun to see it come together. But sometimes we had a part in just that song, actually, Might As Well Have Died, where we just took a part off because it didn't match the song. The pictures didn't match, and then we're like, cut, out. But
yeah.
I think but you need a couple of beers, and then you can really go out there and feel.
Yes, a beer is better with a beer.
Yeah, I think the old Vikings, they had some mushrooms or something, and then they decided what to do.
Decided what to.
No rush.
Martin, how do you see DAMPF evolving in the coming years? Are there any specific changes or development you want to explore in your music or as a band?
Hopefully, this record will take us a bit further because there is a journey. That's why I call the first album The Arrival, because we just arrived as a thing,
Okay.
And I was thinking about naming this record The Journey, because this is what the journey is. But then we felt, it's a good title. No Angels Alive is a good title. But we are on a journey, and I would hope that this is the next step, and these songs are taking us out, which they do actually, because I got to meet Gino today, and very far away from Sweden, and I know that we have some listeners over there, and we have them a little bit. It's growing like a good plant, good tree. This one, and I just hope we're such a new band. We don't have so many listeners yet that we can go out on our own tour yet. And that's, but hopefully in a 2 years, maybe. But when we're asking our agent, we have a new agent, wonderful guy called David Maloney. And he has some other big groups, much bigger groups. And we try to make him to see if we can do a warm-up show for some bigger act. I would love to go before, Hammerfall or Ghost or, some English band or American band or whatever. I think it's a good thing to get the band together. We did a concert this summer, in the beginning of the summer, called Sweden Rock Festival. It's a huge festival. I think it's, 50, 60,000 people. And that's a lot of people. Of course, they didn't all see us, but I think we had at least 7,000 or 8,000 in the audience in the end of the show, 1 hour show. And after this show, we were so happy because everything sounded exactly like we dreamed about, and the audience were so wonderful. They were singing along, even the verses. They were singing all weird stuff, that we released before. But then after an hour, I was in the bus home. I had to go to another work, so I had to go home after the festival. The rest of the guys were having a party, listening to Judas Priest. Rob Halford just went on, and I was in the bus by myself. And I felt a little vacuum in my body because we rehearsed and everything sounds so good. We just missed something, and that's a tour. We don't have any more shows. That's depressing.
I understand.
So hopefully in a few years we're going on a tour. Hopefully next year we're going on a warm-up tour, and we continue with the next album and see if we can come up with good songs and weird stories and continue this story.
Yes. Is there a particular region or country you're excited to visit with your band?
I have visited a lot of countries with my music over the years because I've been a musician for a long time. But there are countries I've never seen. I've been to Canada once, just once for a short show in Toronto, I think.
Toronto.
We were there to see a friend of mine, is a very good friend of a hockey player called Sudden, and he was playing in Toronto.
Yes.
So we were there and saying hello to this Sudden. He's Swedish, But they lost the game, so he was very angry afterwards. We were supposed to have a beer and go out with him, and he wanted students going to show us Toronto, but they lost the game, and he was smashing things up, and he was, so we couldn't do that. Anyways, I would love to see America, all the way to the south, and to all the way up to Canada, and even Greenland. And then I haven't toured and seen Germany. I haven't seen a lot of Europe. I've seen, Asia. I've been some, but I think the rest of the world would be. I just, we go anywhere, because this is fun.
Yes, I think everybody in the complete American continent will like your music.
Oh, I love to hear that.
South America, Central America, Mexico, United States.
Yeah,
I'm sure of that. Well,
it's fun.
Okay. Martin, any final words for this interview?
Oh, Gino, thank you so much for letting me on. I'm very, very honored to be here. I wish you could meet the rest of the bands, but I'm living in a small town in the middle of Sweden, and the rest of the guys are living in Stockholm, everyone.
Wow.
But hopefully you will meet the rest. But hopefully we will meet each other in person. We can have a beer.
Yes, of course. Maybe when you come to Canada, to Ontario.
Yeah.
I know I will send you an email to your website and say, Martin, it's me, Gino from Rockum, from Kingston. Remember me.
Yeah.
Go to the show.
And to all of you watching this, I'll just say thank you so much. And I sincerely hope that you like the record and, the videos, and that you, I don't know, somehow make yourself heard, because then we can come and play for you. And that would be really, really nice. And we are super hot to do this, because everyone is like, we want to go there.
Yes, buy the records, guy. Buy the records.
Yeah.
It's important.
Great.
Thank you very much, Martin, for your time. It was
Thank you so much.
And, well, good luck, and I hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. See you soon, I hope.
See you, my friend.
See you.